As you all know, Ford takeover is right around the corner. Now I've got to get the gray car ready to take. And there's a few things that we need to do before I'm comfortable taking the car. I'm also going to readjust the valves for like the 5th time. I'm gonna give it one more try and see if I can't get these things to stop chattering. I don't think that's going to be the problem. I don't think that's gonna fix it, but either way, we gotta try it, right? A lot of stuff left to do to this car, including paint the hood, possibly put a new transmission in it before we go. I don't know, guys. We're just gonna see what the time allows. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and get started on this thing. I'll take you along for the ride. Let's go ahead and adjust these valves once again. Definitely a rocker on the passenger side that's a little loose. So let it warm up just a minute. I'm not gonna let it get too hot, and let the oil get some heat in it. So here's the deal. If it taps whenever it's cold, it's really gonna tap when it warms up. So just a word of advice, guys, they never get any better when they heat up. They always tend to get worse. As the oil heats up, it gets a little thinner, the viscosity goes down, and they're gonna tap. So I seen y'all eyeballing my little starter. That's just a cheap, super cheap little starter button that I picked up from Harbor Freight. I suggest anybody that's doing valves or something like that, pick you up one of these. They're like 11 bucks, I think, but God, could it be any cheaper? You can just look at this thing. I already broke one of the ends like immediately when I tried to clamp it over the top of that. I broke it, so I had to go in and put another one on. So as you can see, there's 2 different sizes, so it's cheap shit. So for anybody wondering how I got this huge, massive power pipe to fit on my car with a stock throttle body, as you can see, it has the insert that comes with your power pipe. I guess you guys can see that. So it has that, but that alone is not enough to get the power pipe to fit on the throttle body. As you can see, here's another sleeve right here. This actually came from my Vortec kit. If I had to guess, it sounds like it's coming from back here somewhere. See how that rocker moves so freely compared to the others? I'm wondering if that's not the one. It's really hard to say. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. I'm just gonna come in and take all of these roller rockers off, and I want to examine them. I want to look up under the bottom of them and make sure that the retainer isn't hitting, because sometimes that can be a problem. Geometry looks almost spot on. I'll know more once I pull them off. I'll be able to see the witness marks on this. So the inner rollers seem to be really free. I've not seen any issues there, but what I have found is that these roller tips are hanging up. This one's not that bad, but if you look, these things are supposed to roll, right? So this one looks pretty good from what I can tell, but check this out. Let's see, it's actually not even that one. I had to free them up. This one right here, look, it tries to get stuck, and there's a flat spot right here in this. So I don't think these rollers are moving the way they're supposed to, and it's pretty much just sitting on top of the valve flopping around. So there's a bunch of flat spots. Those flat spots mean that this roller isn't moving, it's just sitting there. So could be a possibility. I'm not sure on that. Just throwing that out there. That's kind of beyond me. This roller rolls pretty free. It's got some wear on it, but it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead, pull all these things off, and then we'll check them out, see what's going on. Okay, I think I may have found a possible issue. I'm not sure, guys. I'm no roller rocker expert. So if you put pressure on it, it's very notchy. And also, it seems like it's got some play in it. See, this thing is notchy as hell. Then more than likely, there's gonna be a spot where that bearing is worn. I don't know, I'm grasping for straws here. I've got to decide what I'm going to do here. I really probably just need to order a new set of roller rockers, because if I'm not mistaken, these are the old Pro Forms. That's what they look like. And you know, they worked back in the day, but there's no telling how many miles these things have on them. Overall, they're pretty good. Oh, hold on. That one's kind of catchy. It's kind of grabby. That one feels good. Everything looks pretty good. I don't really see anything out of the way here. No wear on anything. I don't see where anything has rubbed or touched. So I'm just gonna go ahead, pull the other side apart, and then we'll see what we got. I may be ordering a set of roller rockers tonight. Normally I would say no, that's not the issue, but for some reason I've tried everything else. I just think that that's the issue. I think that's why it's inconsistent, is because that roller probably will move every once in a while and then get stuck. I think maybe as the oil is a little thicker, it doesn't matter, but as the oil heats up, it's not lubricated as good, or it's not. I don't know. I truly don't know, but I'll go ahead, pull them all off, and then we'll check them all out. And that's probably gonna wrap this up, because I got a feeling this car is gonna stay down for a little while, and that's not a good thing. Got Ford takeover coming up. Okay, found another issue, but I don't think this was the problem. But it is scary nonetheless. Look at the top of that poly lock. It's broken off. I don't know where that metal is. I don't know where that went. I don't think it happened with this engine, because, you know, I just don't. Hope not anyway. But I checked on top of all the rockers. I didn't see any metal or anything like that. So more than likely that happened somewhere else. I'm gonna go dig around over there in the head and see if I can find anything. So no, everything looks nice and clean as far as I can tell anyway. They're probably okay, but the fact that I've tried to adjust them 3 other times and it just never seems to completely fix it, I think we have a roller rocker issue. Maybe not, who knows. Push rod length still seems to be about spot on. I checked them again, and it's a little far forward, meaning that the push rod's a touch too long, but it looks perfectly acceptable to me. That's another thing that I need to mention, is the fact that it was making that noise before we ever changed the engine, so it's probably something to do with this. We shaved 40 thousandths off the head, so that means that the push rod essentially gained 40 thousandths, but I think it's that big of a deal. I may go ahead and order another set anyway. I can go ahead and check push rod length right now, measure it all out. But anyway, well, that's it. I was hoping that we would be able to put this thing back together and bust it off tonight, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to do that. That's cool though. With all that being said, the Carbon Fox, as long as nothing happens, is gonna be at Ford Takeover. So if you guys wanna see it and you're around Jackson, Tennessee on June the 10th and 11th, stop by, check us out, and hope to see you guys there. But I'll catch you in the next one. Put these new roller rockers on, see what happens. All right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, and as always, thanks for watching.